Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel with myself, Isabella. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you're new here, click that subscribe button so you never miss another video. My name's Isabella. I'm a graduate of the Vaganova Academy and I danced with the Mariinsky Ballet and Icon Ballet before I returned to London and founded BWI. BWI is an online learning platform where we have classes, courses, plans, bespoke plans, as well as live weekly classes online. I also host intensives for adults and vocational students worldwide, and I'm really excited to see where the future goes for us. So today we're going to be looking at one of my most favorite, if not my favorite, ballerina, who's retired now, which is very sad, Ulyana Lopatkina, and why she is so great. I've noticed recently she's been popping up on social media so much more these days, which is really amazing because I think she's only really started to be really appreciated now, you know, by the masses, because I think up until probably while still in her career, she was only really appreciated within the Russian ballet circles and from people who knew about the Russian ballet circle. You know, she wasn't sort of worldwide famous, like people who weren't necessarily interested in Russian ballet wouldn't really know about her. And while social media is kind of creeping up more tricks and spins and more pirouettes and lots more flashy things, on the other side of it there's more and more videos being released of Ulyana, which is really great. I mean, it's the most amazing thing for the younger generation to see this artist more and more and for her to keep having this impact. And so today I thought, okay, let's make a video about why she is so great. I've been watching her since I was, don't know, maybe 11 years old when I first got introduced to her. And again, she had that sort of ethereal quality, but also subtle tenacity. She's not a flashy dancer. She's not a show-off dancer. She's not someone to churn out loads of tricks and pirouettes and ridiculous jumps, but she's just mesmerizing in her artistic quality. She has the most famous and beautiful arms. She's very tall. I think she's a similar height to me. I'm really tall. I'm nearly 5'10", so I'm like maybe 176 centimeters, and I think she's somewhere near there as well. I think she also has very large feet. People always used to say, like in the company, because I was friends with some of one particular ballet master. He was always saying, you know, she's got very big feet. So when she's on point, you know, she's over 6 foot. So she's always needed a really nice tall guy. But you can imagine, you know, with these long legs and with these big feet and with these beautiful long hands, she just looks incredible and amazing. She's world renowned for her Swan Lake because her arms have the ability to almost look dislocated and in the most elegant way possible and kind of completely isolated to her back, like extremely fluid, and they go right behind her. She has the most amazing long neck, and so she is sort of the most iconic ballerina aesthetic. And so I'm going to share with you a few videos where we're looking at Lopatkina and studying why she's so great. And we're going to start with a video which is very iconic, which is where she's literally just demonstrating arms. And so this is what I mean. You can watch a ballerina just demonstrate arms and you're mesmerized. Whereas nowadays it seems, we've got to churn out 10 pirouettes to be thrilled, you know? So I want you to just look at her arms, look at her épaulement, how she uses her head. So we're going to start. She's demonstrating the arms from the Paquita variation. All right, here we go. Here she is. I just love how she does that with her hand at the back. Accent. And she always looks so soft and everything's framed beautifully. And her timing is so beautiful. And what she really manages to teach you is just the importance of arms. That's one thing that she is hugely famous for, is her arm quality and her arm movements. So let's continue on now to actually watching her dance. Let's move on to watching her Paquita now. So what we just watched, we'll watch her do the actual variation. Here we go. So beautiful, and she looks so relaxed, you know. And then her hands just look so delicate, like they're petals of a flower, you know. Everything's so subtle. She is just kind of mesmerizing, and she is one of those people that's just gotten better and better throughout her career. Let's look at her Dying Swan now, which is just renowned for its amazing quality. So this is really something that made her very famous. After this, we will look at her Odile variation, which will show a little bit more of her nuances. But here we will see just her real ability to portray a very ethereal swan. And I did do a video on the differences of dying swans with other ballerinas, which you can check out. But here I will just obviously look at Lopatkina. She has a different quality to other ballerinas, like, you know, the older generation, like Pavlova, which was more sort of almost like a realistic swan. Whereas Lopatkina just has this very ethereal nature with her long limbs. She has beautifully long limbs, and her arms are just so beautiful. You know, just the ability like that, just the fingers are so beautifully relaxed. Just that flap even, right by her ears, right behind her. Just amazing for that to look kind of isolated. Incredible, incredible. She really is a ballerina, you know. And I think this is something that she's thought about and developed for a very long time. And if you don't know Lopatkina that much, and you haven't watched her that much, I really urge you to. She is one of a kind. Just like there's no other dancer like her. I just love this moment where she looks almost catatonic as she goes around. Beautiful head. Just look at her arms, how they're so isolated, you know. She looks so beautiful. And just her fingers, you see her fingers are so long and relaxed. There's no tension in her fingers. I love her version as well. It's so subtle, yet you fully grasp what's happening. Every nuance is thought about. Look at her fingers, how wonderfully long and relaxed they are. Ugh, amazing. So that is what she is really just known for, that amazing quality of her arms and nuance. So now we'll get a completely different vibe and watch her Odile. I love many nuances in her Odile. And like I said, she's not flashy at all, but she has so many subtle moments where her eyes are looking certain ways and you can just really see every detail's thought about. So let's watch. I love how her chin is up at the beginning. Beautiful. I love how she grazes her leg there. And I love here how she goes forwards. And just look, the chin goes up. So much nuance here. I love how her eyes go down. That's lovely. Now she has the most beautiful renversé using her back. And what I like, soon as we see, oh, it's beautiful. Now we see a different dynamic. She lifts her chin, then sharp to the audience. Showing that Odile personality. She just has the most wonderful, and her big feet are so elegant, you know, with her archy feet. Just really extends the line of her leg. And I just love how her chin goes down and then up. Oh, that's honestly my favorite moment. How her chin goes down and then up at the end. You know, she's not a flashy dancer, and I think she was criticized towards the end of some calling her kind of old-fashioned or being left behind by the young dancers because, you know, they're stronger technically and they can bash out more tricks and turns, but she just can move her head and lift her chin and you're just like, oh, mesmerized. And I just love the details she offers. Like, I just love how she grazes her leg and then as she lifts, she holds and then ethereally and subtly lifts her chin. There's nothing kind of exaggerated or brash about her, which she just has so much elegance and aplomb. You know, she really does give the sense of ballerina completely. Now I wanted to go all the way back to looking at her in 91 when she's graduating and just seeing, like, you know, baby Lopatkina. She must have been like 18 or something, maybe 17, and just looking at the difference, you know, seeing if you can see the star quality and the potential for what happened to her stardom to happen. Starting. So there she is in the middle, looking beautifully tall. I mean, her long limbs, you know, have a lot of elegance, and you know, even here she's still, I know from personal experience, those long limbs are hard to control, but you can already just see so much maturity and artistic expression within her that's naturally there. You know, she's just really beautiful to watch, even though maybe here she's a little bit more wobbly. You know, she's still gaining her strength, and yeah, she does get stronger for sure as she gets a bit older. She probably was in her prime in like her mid-20s, but she's just you know, has something. It's that something special which you can't explain. You know, she really has it. Sort of this regalness about her. But you can see here, which should almost be reassuring to some of you if you're students, like, she's not completely strong here, she's not completely perfect, but she has a real sense of artistry already, you know, and a real sense of, oh, we think that's someone. You know, they may have said, oh, so much potential, you know, which is very exciting for people to see, like, oh, we just need to get this girl strong and in her body and really mature in her body and feeling her body so that we can really bring out this special something. So we'll watch one more exercise. So she's doing a pirouette combination. That's really difficult, oh my gosh. Onderdon's changing direction. That's that's uncomfortable for anyone. Amazing. Like you can see, you know, again, a little bit wobbly here and there. She has all the tools. And at that time, even graduating, it was just a case of getting a little bit stronger. But the quality of her arms and her sense of dance is really prevalent. So yes, if you don't know Lopatkina, I really strongly suggest you watch videos of her doing Swan Lake, doing Dying Swan and Paquita, and she was even great at Carmen and Esmeralda, and she just has this kind of regal elegance and into many, and I know Marianela Nunes, who shares her a lot, absolutely adores her as well. You know, she really is an iconic ballerina. I do wish she had maybe this appreciation worldwide on social media when she was actually dancing, but it is amazing, and I am thrilled that she is still being shared because people should know about this wonderful artist. So I'd love to know, have you ever watched Lopatkina live? If so, where and when did you watch? What did you see? And do you also like Lopatkina? If this is your first time watching her, do you enjoy her dancing? What do you like about her? And if you do like Lopatkina, please tell me what it is you love most. I would love to hear. She honestly is one of my favorites. My dad, even when we first started watching her, my dad is very cultural and connected, and he is not a ballet dancer at all, but he doesn't really know what he's watching in terms of steps, but he notices her nuances. He's sort of, you know, a normal person in the public eye who can see her and is watching a ballet, and he says like, oh, just the way she grazes her leg in the Odile and the way she does this movement, like he notices the nuances. And I think that really shows you, you know, when someone who's not a ballet dancer can notice like amazing nuance and style from someone's dance without literally knowing what they're looking at, that should really show you that someone is a real artist, you know, that they can really show these nuances to that level of subtlety, but also show enough that a non-dancer can see that. It's not just a series of steps you can visibly see and touch people's emotions through your nuance. So I found that really interesting. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye for now.